Good afternoon. I'm Grayson Emery, today's moderator. Our topic discusses how Netflix will remain competitive in the growing streaming market. The results from your answers today will help us determine future movements that Netflix should take to remain competitive. You all were selected because we are looking for insights from college individuals who utilize streaming services like yourself. All right, we will be recording today for our own purposes of review, but please know that everything will remain confidential, so you're welcome to give any insights that you have. And personal and towards the market. Provided you name cards today, so please introduce yourself. That way we can all get to know each other.
I'm Marilyn. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia.
I'm Danny, and I'm from Athens, Georgia.
I'm Abby, and I'm from Lawrenceville, Georgia.
I'm Sean. I'm from Marietta, Georgia.
So for our first question today, I'd just like to know, what is the main streaming platform that you all use?
My main platform would be Netflix.
Yeah, my main platform is definitely Netflix too. I also watch a little bit of Hulu.
I think my main platform is Hulu, but I think Netflix is a close second.
Yeah, I use Netflix and Hulu.
As a follow-up question to that first question about your main streaming platform, are there any other streaming platforms that you use as of currently?
So I also use Hulu and then Amazon Prime.
Yeah, I've watched a few Amazon Prime videos before if I couldn't find anything on Netflix or Hulu. Kind of a third option.
Yeah, I also use Amazon Prime, and I use HBO Go as well.
Yeah, I pretty much just use Netflix and Hulu.
Of those main and secondary streaming platforms that you've mentioned, why are your main platforms your main platforms?
So I personally like Netflix because it's a very easy site to use. So everything's divided by movies, TV shows, documentaries, and then genres. So it's just really easy as a user to be able to find what you want to watch and then get suggestions about what to watch next.
I think the main reason that I use Netflix the most is because I watch the same couple of shows over and over again. And so I just know that those are always, well, for now, that they're on there. And I'll only use Hulu if I want to change it up and watch something new. So I'll go there for different stuff, but I use Netflix mostly to watch the same TV shows.
I use Hulu the most because I think it has an easier, browsing. What's the word for that? Like the way you browse on it, I think is easier, and it has more shows that I like on it as well. Netflix, I use it a lot, but not as much as Hulu. I just think there's more content on Hulu that I personally enjoy.
Yeah, I like Netflix original content a lot, but Hulu has a lot of good old content from old TV shows that I grew up watching and stuff.
So it sounds like you are saying both aesthetic and content are two main factors in what make your primary streaming platform the one that you use most frequently. Which of those two would you say is most important?
Content.
Yeah, I'd say content too.
Content as well, yeah. But sometimes I get frustrated with Netflix because I find it hard to rewind on Netflix, and that kind of deters me it deters me from watching things on Netflix.
Content.
So since we've mentioned content, that brings us to our next question. What content do you watch or enjoy the most often on said streaming platforms?
So I mainly watch TV shows, but I'll occasionally watch movies. It really depends. But I think with Netflix, they have more TV show options, and you can just kind of binge through them because they have every season.
I also watch TV shows on Netflix. I watched a couple documentaries, like pop culture ones that I hear about through social media that I think are interesting. And then I mostly watch movies on Hulu, and then there's some old TV shows like How I Met Your Mother that is on Hulu. I know that Netflix doesn't have.
I mainly watch TV shows and documentaries. I don't watch a whole lot of movies, so it's mainly those for me. And it's mainly Hulu. I'm actually watching a show on Netflix right now, so I haven't watched Hulu in a little while, but...
For me, I like to watch movies on Netflix and then TV shows on Hulu.
So how important is original content in that listing of the content that you're able to find? How important is original content for each of those services?
I think for Netflix, it's super important because Netflix has Stranger Things and Orange is the New Black and a lot of original content that's become super popular. So I personally love Stranger Things, so keeping my Netflix account is super important because that comes out every year.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of Orange is the New Black, and I think you just hear a lot more about Netflix original movies than you hear about Hulu original movies.
Yeah.
And all these ones coming out recently, like To All the Boys I've Loved Before, and all these teen movies, I think have been really popular.
Yeah, I agree with both Marilyn and Danny. But also Hulu has one of my favorite original series, which is Handmaid's Tale. So I think they kind of both have, good things to offer. But I think in terms of original content, Netflix probably tops Hulu on that.
For me, original content isn't super important. I just like watching movies that I've heard are popular, or movies that came out a while ago that I haven't got a chance to see. And same with TV shows like Lost and stuff. I just want to watch. Me personally, I want to watch things that were already popular in the past, but I didn't get a chance to watch.
So as a follow-up to that, would you say that a good mix of movies, documentaries, original content, and TV shows, both old and new, on one streaming platform will make you more loyal to that one? Or do you think you would still be, you would fluctuate between streaming platforms as you do now?
I mean, I don't think all the streaming networks or streaming services will have the same content. So I think it is hard to just have one because, Hulu might have something completely different and they're not all going to have the same.
Are two streaming networks allowed to have the same TV show on them? So I think if there was a network that had all the stuff that I wanted to watch, I don't see a reason that I'd use another one if it was all on there. I guess I just don't see that happening.
Yeah. As of right now, that really doesn't exist. So I feel like it's necessary to have multiple platforms to stream on.
Yeah, I just agree with everyone. It's important to have multiple.
All right. That brings us to our next question, question 3. Who currently pays for your streaming accounts?
My parents pay for my Netflix account, but I have Spotify for students, and Hulu's included in that. So that's the only reason why I have Hulu, is just because it came with something else.
Yeah, that's the exact same for me. And then for HBO Go, I use one of my best friend's boyfriend's accounts.
I think my dad pays for my Netflix account, and then my mom pays for my Hulu account. So,
my parents have Netflix, and then through Spotify, I have Hulu.
So since you may not be the ones paying for those accounts, would the number of screens available on each of those accounts, I know Netflix only allows 3 streaming screens at the same time, is that important to you?
Well, since I'm not really the one paying, I don't really notice it a lot. It's not a big deal for me.
yeah, we actually pay to upgrade the number of screens we use on Netflix because my family is a mixed family and we have so many people on that account. So I think we pay a little bit more than the basic one to have those extra screens.
It doesn't really affect my use of Netflix, I don't think.
Yeah, same here.
And since it sounds like a number of you are using several accounts, if you were the one to have to pay for each of these accounts, do you think you might be more willing to drop a few and saving some of the others?
I'd cancel Hulu, and if I had to pay for Netflix.
Yeah, I would definitely cancel Netflix because I have like Sean, I have the student discount for Hulu, so I think that's worth it. Comes with Spotify. But I think I would drop Netflix. That's probably a little out of my monthly budget.
I would drop Hulu if I had to pay full price for it. Probably keep Netflix depending on if they keep releasing good content and stuff. And then with Amazon Prime, I'm a Prime member, so it's just kind of there. I don't really use it a lot, so there's not really a need to cancel it. 'Cause you can't really.
I would keep Netflix, but if I had to pay full price for Hulu, I don't think I would do it.
Do you have cable as well as having your streaming network subscriptions?
Alright, I have a cable as well as Netflix and Hulu, just mainly to watch live sports and the news every once in a while. But besides that, not a lot of things I watch on live TV.
Yeah, I watch sports too. We have cable just in our living room, and then in no other rooms of our house. Basically, watch shows that come on every week, like The Bachelorette and football games and stuff.
Yeah, I also have cable for The Bachelorette and Survivor, and then like shows that come out like weekly, like American Horror Story, which starts this week. I'm very excited. Okay, that doesn't matter. You can cut that out. Yeah, so I have it. It's worth it. I don't use it that much, but I like seeing things as they come on TV, which is the only reason I still have it.
Yeah, I don't have cable, but my parents do, so I sometimes use their provider to get live shows if I need to watch them.
So would I be correct in assuming that live television in sports is important to like college age students?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
think
think
so.
so.
Especially live sports.
Yeah, and football games for the school you go to if you can't make it.
And
Okay.
definitely like for girls and some guys, Bachelor and Bachelorette.
Yeah, like reality TV, like watching it when it comes out is fun because like everyone's tweeting about it.
Yeah,
so
you
I feel
wanna
like
see
it's
it
important,
today.
yeah, to watch it while it's coming out.
Yeah.
So after hearing you mention that you have Hulu as a part of another subscription to Spotify, would you, after graduation, likely remove some of your subscriptions after those student discounts and those student availabilities will run out?
Once I graduate and don't have the student discount anymore, I think that I will not want to pay for Hulu because it's just something I get in addition and I don't use it as my main streaming source. But I would keep Netflix because I'm not getting a student discount on that. So anything that I have a student discount on, I'll probably get rid of.
Yeah, I have a student Spotify account, but since my mom already paid for my Hulu, I don't even use the Hulu that comes with it.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I would stay on my parents' accounts like post graduation. I would try to if they let me. It would be nice.
I definitely think it depends on how much money I make out of college. Like if I can afford to do that, because like right now I couldn't afford to have Netflix if it wasn't my parents. But like hopefully I will be able to. In which case I would definitely pay for it still after college.
Yeah, I think it depends a lot, like what they look like when I graduate. Like if Netflix doesn't have a lot of movies or TV shows that I like anymore, then I'll probably cancel it. But I do like some of their shows like Stranger Things, so I might like cancel it and get it for like a month and then cancel it again. But Hulu I'd definitely probably cancel after the student like discount expires.
And going back to what you said, Danny, about maybe getting off of your parents' account after graduation, kind of a insight into current social culture. Do you think that most students after graduation will remain on their parents' accounts or friends' accounts, or do you think it's still kind of with the way of the times where you're going to become an adult of your own and have your own account?
Yeah, I think most people probably will try to for a while because we're all like cheap and want everything for as least money as we can get it for.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like with insurance. Like once I turn a certain age, my parents are gonna be like,
Yeah.
no.
I'll shamelessly stay on my parents' Netflix until they cut me off.
Same.
Yeah, I mean, I think that I'll try to like sneak my way into it and see if they notice.
I mean, they're not paying any extra money for us. Like, there's only 4 of us in my family, and like my sister doesn't really watch much TV, so it's really me and my dad. So like, I don't see why they would kick me off. So unless
Yeah.
you know,
Or you could get a group of people together and like split it.
Yeah.
Per month.
I guess there's
there's
like,
other ways.
socially, once you're old enough and you have your own job, then it's like, and if you could afford it, then it's like, why not get your own account?
Yeah.
In November of this year, Disney will be releasing Disney Plus, their own streaming platform, which will cost $7 a month or $70 for a yearly package. And at launch, they will be offering a 3-year, $140 total package. This means that all of their content will be removed from competing streaming services and will be compiled here, including content from Disney themselves and their subsidiaries. How likely are you to become a subscriber to Disney Plus or other subscriptions if said content is removed from Netflix?
I definitely am excited for Disney Plus to come out. Some of my favorite movies on Netflix are actually moving to Disney Plus because like I like to watch like the Marvel movies and Star Wars movies that are on Netflix. But now they're going to Disney Plus, and then they're gonna have like all the Star Wars movies, all the Marvel movies, and like every Disney movie that I've ever watched as a kid. And I'm a big nostalgic person, so like I love watching like old stuff from my childhood and stuff. So I'm really excited for it, and I'll definitely get it. And if like it takes enough from Netflix, I would think about canceling Netflix.
See, I'm just not that nostalgic of a person, I guess. Like, I just don't. really watch Disney movies anymore, I don't think. And I also don't, obviously $140 out the gate is a great deal, but in my head I'm like, oh my god, I don't have $140. But I think $7 a month is really reasonable, and I just don't watch really Disney or superhero movies or Star Wars, so I don't think, unless they told me some other content they would have, I don't think I would be that interested.
I think it would definitely be worth it for me because I'm a big nostalgia person as well. I love Disney movies, even like the Disney movies that have come out recently, like Inside Out, Moana, like
Yeah.
I love that stuff. I go to theaters to watch Disney movies. Like I'm not ashamed. And like my sister's like the biggest Marvel fan there is, so I could see myself definitely like splitting an account with her, each paying $3.50 a month, and like because she doesn't watch a lot of TV or movies, so whenever she wants to watch her Marvel movies, she can. I can watch Disney. Like I think it's definitely worth it.
Yeah, I think I would definitely, add that, or at least, drop Netflix for that, because they're gonna have so many options, and it would be super fun to have like one place that had all the Disney movies to like go back. And I think that that's gonna be super popular for like families if they have like young kids. So like dropping Netflix and just doing the Disney Plus, I think is gonna be a really popular switch for a lot of people.
And Abby, you mentioned still going to movie theaters for Disney movies. Granted, it's nothing is really known about how quickly Disney will be releasing content on Disney Plus. But if they were releasing movies at the same time or shortly after on Disney Plus, would that also help sway your opinion?
Yeah, I would say that would make me 100% guaranteed to hop on Disney Plus for sure.
Okay. And going back to our earlier conversation about live sports, given that ESPN is a subsidiary of Disney, if they were to promote live sports through this Disney Plus, would that also, for those of you that are, active live sports watchers, would that sway your opinion also?
See, I didn't know that. So if Disney had live sports and Hulu has live sports and Disney was the cheaper option after my student discount ended, then I would definitely go with Disney.
That would be a game changer. That'd be the only thing I would have. Even if it was, I'd pay like $20 a month for it if it had live sports.
Yeah, I mean, I think everyone would enjoy that. Have everything in one place.
I don't really care about live sports, but I feel like most people do. So like respect to everyone else. But like, I mean, I'll probably get it anyways just because of all the Disney stuff. So I guess it doesn't really matter.
Okay. All things considered, what we discussed today, what do you think Netflix can do to remain the competitive market leader in this streaming platform?
So I think in order for Netflix to remain competitive, they need to make sure that their content is what viewers want to see, and then even potentially like partnering up with Disney to make some type of deal where you don't pay as much, just to like get all those different options.
Yeah, I think as much as we talked about live sports, maybe if Netflix could somehow hop on that train, that would help them out. Or if they could keep some of these TV shows that I think a lot of, especially college students, binge watch, and make sure they have those shows on there that nobody else has, that could help them out too.
Yeah, I agree with what both Danny and Marilyn were saying. I don't really have anything to add on. They made great points.
Yeah, I think it's just for Netflix, the best thing they can do is keep releasing original content. They release a lot. Some of it's not very good, but some of it's like a mega hit, like Stranger Things and Orange is the New Black and The Crown. So like, it's just stuff like that they need to keep releasing and keep people interested. And also like diversifying into live sports would be a good move for them, I think.
All right. Do you have any comments or any thoughts of anything that we missed or that we should have talked about today?
I don't think so. I think we covered.
Yeah,
I think we're good.
It was pretty comprehensive.
Thank you all for coming today, and we'll be notifying you once we kind of conclude the results after doing a few more group discussions. And we'll tell you what our final verdict is.